Brace for impact. Brace for impact. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone, and salutations to Akim, pushing his word, and all sincerity and honesty, and the hopeful elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the world, constantly enduring. Shalom. My name is Korah Allah. Now the title of this lesson is going to be Brace for Impact. And this is of watching. I watched a whole lot of different lessons from apostles and elders and bishops and the Akim. Okay, so I watched this one lesson, as you see it right here, America Under Siege. And this is dealing with Linda Thompson, and basically I got this from the elder, from the apostle Gabar, Daily Edification 4, and he basically went into this Linda Thompson and how she breaks down America NWO agenda. All right, going into the FEMA camps and whatnot. This plan been in motion. All right. So now, 30, 40 years later, all right, and even before that, this plan been in motion, but now we see things are starting to come to a head. We see the elites are ready to follow through with their agenda, all right. And I also watched another elder from the main camp in New York, Emma Gabar. Now, I don't want to get any flags. I don't want to get any, strikes. I don't want to, dealing with YouTube, any false information strikes or false medical information, anything like that. But he basically made a lesson, and also you have to check out his Odyssey. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'll put it in the description. I'm gonna read it. I marked out what I thought might get me in trouble. So it says, y'all get ready. They're activating, I'm not going to say what, through FOP, which they are activating on. This will affect anyone who took the you-know-what. All right, so if you watch this lesson and you're not up on game, then the spirit be on you to do the research. All right, do the footwork and find out the information. But best believe that this is all part of this man's agenda, and he is about to come down, okay, like a ton of bricks. He's going to show his horns. He's going to show his true colors, all right, and he's going to have basically lay a siege, okay, like Linda Thompson said, all right. It's going to be a siege on America and you so-called Americans, and mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is why when they first said you got to take the you-know-what following the 2019, 2020 situation, they said you got to take the you-know-what, and they said the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans specifically have to take it. Why? Because, yeah, they laying the siege on the people, but the real targets throughout this whole thing are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and if you know the MO, when you're looking at the history of this man, he will blow up a village just to destroy one man. So if anything happens to these people, right, and his main target might be a small group, don't think it's unbecoming of him, because that's the real MO, man, because it's end of the day, this man's the devil. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Let me read that again, and let me just look at it in the NLT just to see what they say. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, O heavens. Right, in the heavens is talking about the spiritual realm. Now Yahweh Shai, he's in the spiritual realm right now, sitting next to the Father. The angels, the archangels, right, and they can't wait to get back to put a beating and put destruction upon this place. Therefore rejoice, O heavens. It says, and you who live in heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea, which is talking about the whole world. Okay, the people living on the planet Earth, right? Because when you're dealing with the mark, when you're dealing with the NWO or Esau's agenda, it's not just dealing with America. This is going to be a worldwide event. That's why these different nations are going cashless. Everyone's following that cashless society because it's already mapped out. It says, but terror will come on earth and the sea, right? Because it's going to be a thing of, if you want to eat, if you want to feed your family, if you want to live, you're going to have to comply with this devil. For the devil has come down onto you in great anger or wrath. And who's that devil? Esau, the so-called white man. Let's go into the word devil. Diabolos. G1228. It says a traducer. It says false accuser, devil, slanderer. If you go to Psalm 15:20, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. All right, and that's going into Jacob and Esau, which Esau is slandering his own mother's son, Jacob, right? Because why? Because Esau still has that hatred. Why? Because we didn't steal anything, but we took the birthright. All right, Esau's birthright was given to us, not because we robbed him. Okay, not because we finessed him. When I say we, I mean our forefather Jacob. Not because, or the progenitor of Israel, not because Jacob finessed him, right? Because it was promised unto Jacob to be in rulership. It was a promise ultimately given to his forefathers Abraham and Isaac. Then it trickled down to Jacob, and then all of Israel, right? For us to be in a position of rulership to rule the world. So it says, Psalm 15:20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, and slandereth thine own mother's son. Because when they say take the you know what, the main people that they're gonna push to take it are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now two-thirds you Israelites, okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you already all in. If Esau says jump, you say how high. If he says bark like a dog, you say how loud. Okay, so whatever Esau says, you really gonna do. But that's because 2/3 of our people are spiritually asleep. They're in a slumber. Okay, but here it is. The Lord woke up the elect. All right, the Lord woke up the 1/3 of Israel to their true nationality, and to who's the wicked, right? And to following the Lord's statutes and commandments, and to following the Lord even unto death. So let's go back and let's go to the KJV. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and he that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Woe, destruction, mourning. All right, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. Just like any other kingdom that ruled, they had a beginning and they had an end. Now we are at the end of this so-called white man's empire. We are at the end of his rulership. Okay, and he does not want to leave. It says he's going to come down having great wrath, because he knows he has but a short time. So you're going to see him using even FEMA, like they brought out FEMA, different FEMA camps, right? Like Walmart, okay, like Toys R Us, like school grounds, schools, any situation where they could take they could take an establishment that could usually hold a lot of people at one time. They could take that establishment, they could clear it out, right, and they could turn it into a FEMA camp, all right, or a holding center. So it's and mainly who they're gonna have there. They're gonna have you Israelites, and whoever don't bow down to take their mark, you're gonna find yourself either on the run, dead, or you're gonna find yourself in a FEMA camps or concentration camps. All right, so this is how this man is coming, and a lot of these things he's doing to make these people lose their house, their homes. All right, to put their back against the ropes, take them out of their comfort zone. A lot of things are set up. I'm talking about the wildfires, I'm talking about viruses, I'm talking about storms. Okay, I'm talking about the global warming. You don't realize it, but this man's already made his move. Okay, this is Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So no matter what we're going through, and this is really talking to the elect, all right? Crown of life is talking to the elect, okay? And the government body. 144,000. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Right, we're going to be prosecuted. Okay, when you read Ecclesiasticus 16, it talks about madmen. There shall be like madmen sparing none. All right, so it's going to be a lot of deaths and a lot of murdering in those days, man. And you're going to have some men that are out there in the highways and byways that are going to be martyrs in those times at hand, the time of Jacob's trouble. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Esau, all right, the so-called white man, the slanderer, the adversary, shall cast some of you into prison. You're going to be locked up, concentration camps, all right, those FEMA camps. All right, holding centers. They're going to be torturing you. They're going to want you to denounce the name of Yahweh Shah. They're going to want you to willingly take the mark. All right, the C Rachma. But it says what? It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Right, which it could be 10 days, it could be 20 days, it could be a month, it could be a week. All right. However, because really Esau is going to be doing his thing, man, but the Lord's going to be with his men. All right, so we have to endure no matter what. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Even if you die in this thing, you will still receive a spiritual body. All right. This is First Corinthians 15 and 50. Now I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right, so check that out. The bodies that's going to be dying, right? The bodies that Esau's going to destroy is only flesh and blood. He can't destroy the spirit, though. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither do corruption inherit incorruption. Right, because these bodies are corruptible. All right? You can't even keep the laws in them. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep. Right? Some of us are going to die, but some of us are going to live. But we shall be changed into spiritual bodies in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. The last trump is Jacob's trouble, and ultimately those missiles being shot off. For the trump shall be sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. All right, those spiritual bodies, man, incorruptible, because the laws is going to eat the whole role, okay? It's going to be in our inward parts. For this corruptible must put on incorruptible, and this mortal must put on immortality, right? Because in these new bodies, when the Lord put his spirit on us to have these new bodies, we won't be sinning, okay? The wages of sin is death. So without sin, it's only immortality and righteousness. And this is what the elect really understands, all right? Because the Lord put that spirit on us to get it, you know, through our apostles and our bishops and elders. Now, so if we die, if we have to die, then so be it. If we have to watch our family die, then so be it. These things already happened in the past. Now you're going to have 2/3 that's going to do whatever it takes to survive, because they're carnal, all right? They're still asleep. They're still at slumber. They have no faith, okay? So you're going to see 2/3 of our people lining up to take the Sirachma, to bow down to Esau, all right? Basically kissing the white man's ass. Now the scriptures say, kiss the son, lest he be angry. All right? And scriptures also say you cannot have two masters. Okay? So if you're dealing with, if you are serving Yahweh Shai and you die on this side, the world that's in darkness, or the 2/3 even, the 2/3 being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true Israelites, they might look at you like you a damn fool. Meanwhile, they take the C hip, okay, and they might feed their family for a time. But when America's destroyed, they're gonna be destroyed along with it. You're gonna have other places like Russia that's gonna get hit. China might get hit. Israel's gonna be destroyed, but Israel's gonna be built back up in righteousness. That's why the scriptures say the slain of the Lord shall be many. Psalm 64. Psalm 64 and 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And this is Esau, the workers of iniquity, sin upon sin. All right, that's why you have this alphabet community. That's why it exists, you know. And they push this whole belief upon the whole world. That's why these nations are angry. All right. It says, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And they do this through their legislations, through their laws, their bills, okay, their media. And they may say, listen, they'll subscribe something like the you know what, and they'll say this is beneficial for you. Going back to 2019, 2020 events, they'll say this is beneficial to you. And now fast forward, and they got this whole 5G, right? And when they turn it on, it's gonna the same thing that says beneficial to you is gonna end up being your demise. Okay? Meaning what? You're gonna have to go back to this man for the Sirachma, the C hip. All right? And this is how he's putting 2/3 of our people into a trick bag. That's why the scripture said we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who are the perfect? The elect. Okay? We made perfect through the word, through the understanding. We made perfect through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, lower and part of that number. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Right? Because they shooting at secret, meaning what? They shooting everybody, but they're really trying to cover up that they're really aiming at these few people over here. And why they want us gone? Because you're bringing the word out, the truth. It says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? But the Lord see you. All right. The Most High sees you. All right. So anyways, this year is going to be real exciting. All right. Because these things have to happen. Before the end comes, Esau has to play his part. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the apostle, bishop of the elders, great millstone, and salutations that I can push this word in all sincerity and honesty. Shalom.